I bought my family Disney passes, and it was pretty exciting. But the first time we went to the park, I started feeling a feeling that I ain't felt in a long time. You gotta understand, I've been going to Disney ever since I was little, but I've not been in a few years. So when I walked through, I really felt something that I've not felt. And it started scaring me. And I started doing research. And I started getting really nervous, but I had to know the answer. And after timeless turmoil and studying and research, I finally came to the conclusion I might be illiterate. But that's not the point. The point is I may be a Disney adult. And that's a terrible feeling that you might be a Disney adult. So what we're gonna do today is we are gonna watch some videos and see if I am a Disney adult. You might be asking, what is a Disney adult? What is a Disney adult, Tiffany?
An adult who is a devoted fan of the Walt Disney Company. Common hobbies of Disney adults include visiting Disney theme parks, collecting Disney merchandise, cosplaying as Disney characters, and consuming Disney content on Disney Plus streaming service.
Yes.
Yes.
And today we're going to watch the cringiest videos of them. And you're going to watch it with us. Are you ready? I'm Rich.
And I'm Tiffany.
Hit the like button and let's watch. She's wanting to be remembered by Splash Mountain. She misses Splash Mountain. She misses certain people knowing their place in line. Okay. A lot of these people, there's been fights for Splash Mountain, you know, they shouldn't change it. I never thought they was going to change any of the mountains at Disney. Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, and I mean, I hope that they're changing it to the Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be changing that whole section, so it'd be cool to see, but a lot of people want attention for things that have nothing to do with them.
I mean, I'm not in love with the change always that Disney does, but like, I mean, they kind of have to at some points.
But she is devastated. She is devastated. I feel bad. Her husband probably has caught hell all week.
Run.
I'm sure her son, when he gets older, is going to be really happy about that. He might be. I don't know. He might be. He might. That's between him and his therapist. I have no idea. I feel like at a certain age, you know what I mean? We have to accept that the certain amount of this is kind of culty. Not like the... not like the TLC culty.
Yeah.
It's coming off a little cultish. Indoctrination. It's a big word nowadays.
That's Small World? You can't walk through the castle?
Okay, so there's like a certain smugness, but for Disney goers. You've heard me use that term a lot, especially in the video that we did about when we took our son Richard to Disney. There's a lot of smugness in that, and this is like a constant battle between Disney and like Disneyland. Like one's supposed to be better than the other. You're all supposed to be better than this.
No. Space Mountain? This looks like the Matterhorn bobsled. Splash Mountain is closed? Why?
Yeah, because it's kind of racist.
You can't hold the gun? Why are the teacups covered? Where's Matterhorn?
The idea that she's like, oh, it's covered? cover it. They cover it because it rains here in Florida all the time. Completely smug. She's. They don't have this. They don't have this. Well, in California, they have this. It's just straight up Disney adult. The furries have made it to Disney.
Let's go to Disney, Disney.
Okay, you see that thing on her arm?
Yeah, what is that?
That's something from Star Wars Land, and they have those. They have another one at what's the other in Animal Kingdom? Avatar. That's like this banshee looking thing, and they're made for kids.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many grown ass people are walking out of that park with that on their shoulder. What are you gonna do with that when you get home? You just walk in the office. Hey, Carl. People wear these on their shoulder, and I mean, if that's your bag, that's your bag. But that's a toy. That's literally just a toy.
A child's toy.
That's a child's toy that you. There's a lot of therapist stuff in here. Look at the face. She's like, I hope I turn this around right. I hope I turn this around right. Don't smudge. Before we go into this is like the epitome. Like, I think we all know what's about to happen here, but this is like the epitome of like what we think of with Disney adult.
Yeah. So what's about to happen is it's just, I can't even, like, it's that bad.
Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Hey now.
The world's too soft.
Yeah.
I think the world's just too soft anymore. It's just like, we go to Disney all the time. And apparently in the backstory, so did she. And this is her first trip back to Disney after the pandemic.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I can understand if it's, you wanted to go to Disney your whole life and you
Yeah.
finally make it there in adulthood, then that would make sense. But somebody who goes there.
But if you ain't been to Disney before, how do you got the mirrors on your head? Many times she had to walk back and refilm this.
Just to get it just right.
Just to get it just right so everybody knows her emotions. There's a lot of respect in this video that we need to give.
Okay, so this next one is the best.
What are you going to do with it once you get it?
Yeah.
I mean, somebody's buying $300 for Splash Mountain water. It's going to be the same water in the...
Yeah, they're not changing the water.
Yeah, they're changing
The
the
ride.
ride. I'm hoping that ain't been the same water since they opened. Like,
Yeah.
for $300 or best offer. I don't know if anybody will actually buy that, but I'd really like to. I mean, obviously somebody's going to buy it. I
Yeah.
mean, in today's time, there's always going to be somebody to buy it. There's always somebody with some type of weird.
If they think it's cool enough, they'll do it.
No, it's not even about being cool. It's just we live in a weird world.
1,000.
$5,000.
Wow.
That is a bargain.
I wonder if there's a way we can find this and check to see if it's been sold.
What do you think somebody's going to be like, I want to show you something. Grandpa paid $5,000 for this water from Splash Mountain. And Grandpa helped a Saudi prince escape. And one day that Saudi prince is going to make Grandpa a millionaire. Grandpa was a smart man. Grandpa was smart.
I can picture it now. Them having a room like lined with shelf after shelf after shelf with all the Disney merch, all the limited time special merch they bought through the years.
The piece de la resistance,
Yeah.
as they would say. The best of the best. If you just think of a collective way to burst their bubble, Like, I don't know why just watching this. I just hope that the ride broke down later on that day.
They'd probably all cry.
It'd be like that Trump lady who's like, I mean,
I just don't have it in me to do those kind of things.
I want to know what type of job they have to just be there,
Yeah.
or their parents have. I don't know what that's just, they're just freaking out. Like, sometimes, like, with certain things, like, people's joy brings you anger. Like, I know that's wrong, but it does.
It is wrong. Yeah.
No.
This is the worst.
So that's what I've noticed about Disney adults. There's a class system involved.
There's a what?
A class system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, if you're like a rich Disney adult, you stay at like Grand Floridian. And then like there's the All-Star Resort and like Art of Animation. All those are lower than. Now keep in mind, they're all really expensive. Like,
Yeah.
they're all like $300 or $400 a night, but then you're paying the ridiculous price. And I always thought this was weird because like you can stay off site. We actually have like a tip video that you can watch of like, you know, stuff like this. But you know, price drops increasingly if you just step off of that property.
Yeah.
You go from like $400 a night to like what, like $200 a night.
Some of them's way more than that.
Yeah. Well, no, Grand Floridian and like them original ones, like Polynesian and all them, they're like $700-800 a night, and then you get them bungalows. So like you are looked down on if you don't spend money on a hotel that you just sleep in. They
And
all,
then wake up early and rush out of the hotel to just get to the park.
so you can cry when you see the castle.
Yeah.
For the umpteenth time.
And then you
this
gotta stay for the fireworks, so you can cry over that.
Yeah, that's emotional though.
Then you get to your room, and you go
It's
to
funny
sleep.
about the fireworks when we was at Epcot, like we was watching it. I'm trying to watch it with my sons, and like, you know, you can't not hear things because Becky and Jesse's way louder than the fireworks for some reason.
And they want to get right on top of you.
Oh yeah,
Because
you'll find out of them at parks that people have abandonment issues. They
Yeah.
just want to be right on top
It
of you.
doesn't matter if you're walking on the sidewalk, on a pathway, in a line. You're just standing there. They just want to be so close.
I don't even know the name of the new fireworks show or the old one at Epcot, but I'm not that invested. But they were sitting there and they're like, "Oh my God, I love this fireworks show," and I just like have Richard on my shoulders, and I'm just like. And they're like, "This is my 4th time watching it." Now, keep in mind, this fireworks show's only been going for like 2 months, so she has no life. She's like, "But to be fair, I like the original one better, or the last one better, whatever. I don't know how many there are." And like, they're like, "Have you seen this one yet?" And I guess the person said no, and they was like appalled. They was like, and I want to say, she's not seeing it now. Shut up.
Yeah.
Let her watch it. Shut up.
Nobody's seeing it now.
Nobody. And they're like, everything's great. I don't know. I hate it. I hate people here.
Estimation of somewhere between 700 billion and $1,300 billion.
We just watched a future episode of TLC. They're all gonna be worth money someday. They're all gonna be worth money. Everyone's gonna be worth money. Here's the thing about Disney, so you understand. Everything is limited edition in Disney.
Yeah.
Just because something's limited edition doesn't mean it's going to be worth money or worth collecting. Like the popcorn buckets that they sat for 5 hours to get one popcorn bucket. When was the last time you used a popcorn bucket? I don't even know. Do you get free refills if you bring it back to the park?
I highly
At Disney,
doubt it.
probably not.
I highly doubt
Probably not. But they all waited because it's a collector's item. And what Disney's found out is like, hey, there's a bunch of Disney adults.
That will fall for anything.
And they're stupid. And then this guy came in.
I gotta figure out how to make money on this thing. It's simply too good.
Now everything's limited edition. I got news for you. Everything that you go shop for at a mall is limited edition. That's what last season is.
Yeah.
Where we shop. We shop last season. This shirt's from last season. Might be 2 seasons ago. Do you know why you don't notice that this is from last season? Because nobody knows. Nobody cares.
No.
So they decide to sell everything as limited edition, and they have flooded the market so much with every 50th anniversary thing that they could possibly flood it with, that nothing's of any value because there are so many Disney adults hoarding everything.
We got a 50th anniversary thing.
I'm going to retire with this.
Yeah.
I'm going to retire with that. See that?
I know.
Yeah, see? Walt Disney 50. It's going to be worth $10 billion one day. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. It always helps if you made it this far. Helps a small channel like us. If you want to see more stuff, we're usually traveling around finding fun stuff for your family to do. Only difference between us and them is we're pretty real about the idea of what's going on. We don't eat a half-baked cookie from Gideon's and it was like,
You know we never even ate in there?
I'm not waiting 4 hours for a cookie.
No.
I don't care how good a cookie is. It's still just a cookie. I'm Rich,
And I'm Tiffany.
and that's Disney Adults.